Hello everyone, welcome back to Crafts by the Bow and happy Thanksgiving. Today in Canada it is Thanksgiving and so my simple Sunday card, I just want to make quite a short video, but I didn't want to leave you without a video at all. I've still got a bit of a raspy voice, as you can hear, and my cough seems to have returned. So apologise right now if I start to cough. I just received this bundle. It's from the annual catalogue and it's called Above the Clouds, and it has a matching punch. Now, if you get a bundle and they're in the current catalogues and they're new in that catalogue, you do get 10% off. So I thought, I really only really wanted the stamps, but I thought, well, I get 10% off. I'm going to get the punch as well. And I've seen lots of people use this punch to make petals for flowers, to use it for leaves, all sorts of different things. And I thought that actually I wouldn't use it quite as much as some of my other punches. But today, while I was playing, I found that I really do like that punch. So I started to make a card, which was this one. And I was using DSP, and it was quite a simple card. I used some of the stamps, I used the punch to punch this piece out. And while I was making it, I thought about a couple of my customers who don't own many colours of ink. Or they don't have much in the way of cardstock in different colours. Or, you know, they need something that they can use just bits and pieces that they already have. So I didn't go with this card totally. I want to show you different ways to make some of the aspects for this card. So I did start with just a normal piece of thick Whisper White, cut in half, folded just to make our basic card blank. And I took a little bit of DSP, which isn't meant to be for anything but holidays, and it's the wrapped in plaid, but I took this nice blue piece, and really when you look at it, there's nothing that says that has to be Christmas or holiday time. It could be used for lots of masculine cards. So I decided I would use that because I know some of my customers have already bought that, and if they don't have that one, it doesn't matter. They can just use another piece of DSP that they have in. So I'm just going to attach this to my card. Oh, that's the end of my fast fuse. Let's find another one. It's going to be very soon the end of all my fast fuses because I don't have any refills left now. I'm going to have to go back to using my snail and my wet glue. Move that little bit of glue off there. And I'm just going to put it on the folded edge, and I'm just going to line it up as near to the edge as I can. So there we go. So that's the only other adornment that I'm putting on a card. I'm not going to put any little bits of bling or any glitter or anything else. This is just for DSP. Now, this part, you can tell that I used cherry cobbler and I used my Memento black ink, and then I punched it out, and then I got some brown cardstock and I punched that out too. Excuse me. But if you don't have all of those colours and things, it doesn't matter. Here's one that I've stamped in Night of Navy on Seaside Spray. Here's Night of Navy, and it looks like I've stamped with Night of Navy, but actually I just stamped it with Versamark. And this is something that I tell lots of my ladies, if they don't have all the colours, it doesn't matter. Versamark is every colour you need. And that's because whenever you stamp with Versamark, it does a tone on tone. It doesn't matter if it's on red cardstock, blue, green, pink, anything. You just stamp with it and you leave it, and as it dries, it gives you the impression that you've stamped with the same colour of card. So it's always a little bit darker than the card, but that is a real money saver. So you can emboss with it and you can do all sorts of other things, but just to give you different colour inks, I think it's worth it. So we can do that and we can punch this out. Just use the new punch, pop it in. There we go. And there's your little balloon. And then I thought, well, actually, if you don't have the stamp set, you could make this card just with the punch. So I got a piece of our in colour DSP paper. This is the one that comes in the little 6x6s. It's just the 2019-2021 in colour papers. And what I did was I just got my punch and I sort of lined it up where I thought I liked the pattern to be. And I tried to get this row of diamonds in the middle. And then, oops. And then I just punched it out. And because our DSP is double-sided, the back of the little basket is a different pattern to the balloon. So let me see which I'm going to choose. If I choose one of these pieces, I need another basket. So here I got a little bit of brown card and it looks like I've stamped with brown ink. But again, I used my Versamark and just tapped on there, stamped as normal, and now it looks like I've stamped with the brown ink. And then I can just pop that into the punch. Let's see, let's cut this one that I just stamped. And then just cut it out. And now I've got a little brown basket and I haven't used any other colours of ink. So before I decide which of those I'm going to use, I'm going to do my sentiment down here. And on my first card, I chose this Life is a Beautiful Ride. But this time, I'm going to use the Let Your Dreams Soar. And I could stamp that with Night of Navy, I could stamp it with black, whatever colour, even the shaded spruce from here, whatever colour you wanted. I'm going to take my Night of Navy. Just tap this. I'm going to open this because my card is already folded and I don't want it to bend as I'm stamping with my ink. I'm just going to pop it right in the middle there. Let's close that up because we don't need it anymore. Just clean that stamp as well. There we go. Okay, so that's a little bit wet because my Night of Navy is still a little bit of a juicy pad, but it will dry. I'm just going to be careful not to put my fingers over it. So now all I have to do is decide which of the balloons I want to put on. So I could, I could use the one from the DSP. This one doesn't want to stay down. It wants to just stick on my finger. So I could use the balloon from here. I could use the one that I stamped on the Seaside Spray with Night of Navy. And of course we know that goes well with it because it's Night of Navy on the sentiment and Night of Navy in the paper. Or I could use the one that I did with my Versamark. Now for me, I like these two best. This one is a little bit dark. I'm actually going to go with the lighter one, I think. Let's see. But if I put that just on the white, then it's not too dark at all. I think I might do that. I might still have it on a little angle, just a bit higher up, and I'm going to use the little brown basket. Yeah, I think I like that. So I'm going to get my dimensionals. And remember, this is the one that I did with the Versamark. So I haven't used any extra ink colours. I could have done it with my Night of Navy ink, seeing as I'd stamped here with Night of Navy. But I just think it's nice to know that there are options. And if you don't have all of the ink colours, it doesn't matter. And if you don't own, all the stamp sets and the punches, again, that doesn't matter. I'm just going to cut a little bit of a dimensional for the back of the basket. Now, if you wanted to add more things to this, you certainly can. Let's just pop that there. Okay. You can certainly add more things. You could get some of the other stamps. You could stamp some of the clouds. You could do the little birds again. You could get, let me see, where's my twine? You could get a little piece of white twine just to put around here. Make a little bow. Now, you could jazz it up and take it from a simple card to much, much more. But actually, as a simple card, I think that works perfectly. In fact, I actually quite like it better than the stepped up card here. So there we are. So they're just my two cards that don't want to stay flat. They're just my two cards for today. One where I've used lots of different colour inks and I've, coloured things in. I've put more stamps on. And this one where I just did a very simple use of Versamark on both of these to give me two different ink colours, punched out and then just stamped. If you didn't have these stamps or you wanted a different sentiment, you could do that too. You could make it say happy birthday or whatever you wanted. But that's my simple stamping Sunday for today. So thank you very much for watching and for putting up with my very croaky, raspy voice today. And I will see you all again on Wednesday. Enjoy the Thanksgiving weekend if you're here in Canada, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye everyone.